So David's having some trouble just getting the phone number for E&J. He wants a price estimate from the one of the bus companies. But he doesn't have any pamphlets. I had a bunch hanging and given to him, but he lost them, and he's having a lot of brain difficulty. And he relies on me, and his workers say he can do everything. He can answer his own phone calls, he can talk in court, he can fill out his own paperwork. He's been relying on me even for eights and sixes. He can't even do the 8 and 6. He has trouble getting any info. He has trouble. It's been 3 months just to write his 8 6 8 12 8 whatever doctor's list of the dates, have the doctor's name, sign it, and then I told him I would even get it to the court for him. All he had to do was copy the list and sign. That was too difficult for him, and I made sure to let Christine Garber of Department of Health and Human Services of Rochester know years ago that this man was struggling severely and relying only on me as he gets worse. I've been calling his doctors. Severe illness issues where he does need services and he's being denied those services because Rochester wants to play a game with this old man. So I'm going to give him this to help him. I've told him this before. Those call. Oh, man, I'm shaking. I barely can write right now. Also, sometimes when I shake like this, I shake and it's hard to see straight. Your eyes might vibrate up and down as you have like almost like neurological activity as you get tased. It's a taser-like feeling going through my nervous system, and it's not fun. And so it's hard to write and read in that condition, so I have to look away and start over. Just like in this dictionary right here, I couldn't read a word I knew how to read just fine. I think it was missing courage or mistreatment, or it was something like that. But at the time, I couldn't even read it because it was just shaking around. I couldn't even make it out. It was too small print. I don't have my glasses, and I'm shaking pretty badly. But in this case, I'm pretty sure David will be able to use this note as he hangs it. It's the worst. I have way worse sometimes when I shake. But if it's taken David 3 days to do even like calling somebody or finding out simple stuff or picking up a paper or even writing his dates or names on papers, he's obviously in dire need for help years ago, and Rochester wants to dump this on to me even though I was never his legal responsibility. David was up here before I came up, so he was already a Rochester, Somersworth, New Hampshire citizen for a year before I showed up, and he was in dire need of help. Then he's getting abused by a landlord, so I get David to report the abuse. I report the abuse. You know what they do here in Rochester? They investigate me for helping him. Anyway, so, yep, I'm gonna give him this because he's struggling and. Okay, you're writing down what you're struggling with just so. Yeah. Okay, if you need C&J's number, remember how you were telling me you were struggling with C&J?
Yeah.
Here's a note to hang on the wall for all numbers. Call 411-211. Ask them for the number on either of those. They're two different ones. When you call, they'll have them, and you can label the service which ones they are. And also, it says call Workers Hawley too, because they can answer questions.
Yeah.
Are you able to read that right now?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're having trouble writing still. Wow. Yeah, taking you that long just to do that little bit, huh? And this is after weeks. Well, after these weeks, you got a little bit there. So this is as much as he's been able to get, and it's just a pick up and drop off paper, but he's confused how he's going to pick up a paper and drop it off with it so far away. And I've told him he needs to call asking for help through services and make out a budget, as well as I could make a map, call C&J through the Google, but he wants to do it his way, so I've left him because he said, I don't know what his way is. I can't read his mind. I told him I could do it for him, and I could tell him my own estimate, but he doesn't want to use Uber or any of the things that I would set up. So he's going to try to figure this out, but it's been like a week and he's still struggling. Now that's what his worker gave. Are you still struggling with getting this done, just picking up this paper and dropping it off?
Yeah.
Are you struggling with do you think you could fill out any form they give you, really?
No.
So if they give you a form like any of these to fill out, it's just going to sit there and you're going to struggle with it, bringing it to person after person after person until somebody helps you?
Yeah.
And has anybody you brought these papers to helped you so far? Other than the clerks help you a little bit, but they let you fill it out in your way or done anything really to help you understand?
No.
How about the way you talk, like when you talked in front of the officer or the clerk's office? Are you confident you're saying what you mean? Or do sometimes you say things but you mean something else?
Sometimes it means
Like, are
something.
you trying to get back at the landlord for the
No,
eviction?
no, no,
But when you
no.
said that, you didn't mean it that way. You meant it in a different way, right?
Yeah.
And when you, yeah, so you just sometimes say things like, would you say cookie and mean a cracker, or say a cracker and mean a cookie?
I guess so.
Because